Hi, time for Medicina Taista. From this episode, I am starting a series of Chinese medicine for beginners. It's based on two subjects. The first one is the circular movement of the five elements during the seasons in the body. It just gives you a good general idea of what's Chinese medicine. And the second is the relationship of the five elemental organs and the related symptoms. From there, you should be able to understand how the diagnoses are made. Altogether will be covered in approximately 45 minutes and divided into 8 videos. Chinese medicine uses metaphor from nature when it comes to making diagnosis. We exchange we exchange energy, qi, with nature, with our senses all the time. We breathe this air with our lungs. We feel the weather changes with our skin. We see nature with our eyes, sun, the moon, the animals, the plants. And we taste and smell the food that grows from nature. And we hear its sound, the ocean waves, the thunder, the rain. They all carry energies of nature. And the five senses that we have are the energy portals that connecting the outside world with internal organs. Also, from observing someone's senses, you could get general idea of this person's health condition because according to Chinese medicine, each sense corresponds to one certain internal organs, inside out, outside in. So it's believed that whatever is happening to nature is also happening to us. It would affect us emotionally and physically. The human body is considered as a five elemental complex, the five elements which are the metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. It follows the annual cycle of the Qi movement, which is this picture, which shows in this picture. This is the circular movement of the five elements in the body during the seasons. So each season, it corresponds to one direction, one element, one color, one organ. Quick note here, the Chinese medicine has categorized the organs into feminine and masculine. Here we're talking about the feminine organ. So each season corresponds to one feminine organ and the sense portal of the organ, the motion of the organ, and the chi movement of this season. And the 24 hours in a day can also be divided into 4 seasons, and it works the same way. So let's start with spring, where chi starts moving upwards. A drives the plants, starts the new life cycle, and it wakes up the animals from hibernation. So the energy in this season is very dynamic. Chinese medicine has relates the following to spring. Direction of east, where the sun rises. Element of wood, color green, organ liver. And I, which is the portal of liver. Anger, which is emotion that expresses by liver. And the chi movement in spring is ascending dynamically. So liver is the organ that gets stimulated the most in this season because it is an organ likes to extend itself, like the tree needs to extend the branches to show the vitality. Therefore, it's very easy for the liver qi raises up too high. And when that happens, you'll see people get irritated. Or on the contrary, if it stays too low, it usually happens to people who hold lots of emotions and tensions. A low liver qi would manifest a depression. Speaking of the qi movement in spring, I wanted to show you partial of the liver meridian pathway to explain why people are more sexually aroused in this season. Here is the liver meridian pathway. It starts from the feet and crossing the legs and passing through the reproductive organs. As we have mentioned, the qi movement in spring is ascending dynamically. So it's very easy for the liver meridian path gets overstimulated, and that is why people are more sexually aroused because it's right crossing the Also, according to Chinese medicine, to treat a depression is to help the qi rise up in liver meridian path and or to suppress it in order to treat anger or rage issues. In the next episode, we continue this subject and moving on to summer, which I'll talk about one of the traditional healing method that is especially practiced in this season for over 1,000 years in China. And thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.